Well, a lot of reporters, as you can imagine, were all over the PSG game. That's the case of our Clovis Casali, who joins me now on the set. Clovis, you were at the Élysée Presidential Palace yesterday when President Macron greeted the players. I mean, what was the feeling like there?
A very clear symbol, the French nation celebrating a sports team that made the country proud. 150 guests, staff, club employees, former PSG players, Olympians, famous French names in sports, such as the former tennis player now who's just retired, Richard Gasquet. And of course, the players. Warm welcome inside the room where you can see the guests also tapping on the heads at times of the players. I can tell you Luis Enrique wasn't too happy about that, but of course very happy. And a little humour also when French President Emmanuel Macron said in his speech that he is, of course, a supporter of Olympique de Marseille, the arch rivals of PSG, but still he was happy for the French team to win the Champions League, saying it made the country proud and also was an inspiring example for the youth of France.
Also in that speech, the French president talked about violence. We did see, unfortunately, violence in the wake of the celebrations on Saturday night across the country. President Macron condemning that violence, of course, very firmly.
Absolutely. Emmanuel Macron starting his speech, actually, on stage with the players, talking about the violence, saying it was unacceptable. On the night of the victory, severe clashes between looters, we can't even call them supporters, and protesters. Some looters going into shops. This is the CCTV footage provided to me by a friend who owns a wine shop in the area of the Champs-Élysées. At night, this group of people, it seems, from what the CCTV shows, entered the shop, broke the door, stole the cash register, stole bottles. This is just one of the many shops, small businesses targeted by looters in the area of the Champs-Élysées, notably. And, of course, also clashes on the streets, 500 arrests made across the country, especially in the streets of the French capital. Some people injured. We're talking actually, according to the latest figure, 200 injured people. 2 people killed, one on a scooter in a scooter accident, and another one was stabbed to death. So very serious indeed. Let's take a listen to the French president talking about this violence. And I can tell you, because I was at the venue at the Élysée Palace, all the Paris Saint-Germain players agreeing that, of course, it's unacceptable. And there was a statement from the club president, Nasser Al-Khelaifi. Let's take a listen to Emmanuel Macron.
It was a formidable moment of joy, but nothing can justify what happened over the last few hours in Paris and across the country. Nothing. Violent incidents that happened are unacceptable with a heavy toll. 2 people have lost their lives. This is a serious and unacceptable issue. They deprived too many people from what should have been a moment of joy.
This victory for PSG is also a victory for Qatar.
Because, of course, ever since Qatar bought Paris Saint-Germain 14 years ago, the number one objective was to win the Champions League. Why? Because it's the most prestigious title in club football. It means you're the best team in Europe, better even than Real Madrid, Barcelona. And for Qatar, it's very important, of course, because football rhymes with soft power. The small oil and gas-rich nation that is Qatar needed to project that power. It's a diplomatic tool for them, of course. They injected, according to estimates, 1.5 billion euros over the years, over the past 14 years, attracting big names, Neymar, Messi, Beckham, Mbappe. But it's with a young team that they won this Champions League finally. It's the second youngest team in the history of the competition to win the Cup. And one last word, Macron thanking Qatar for this investment. Huge. Because it means extra tax for the country, it means creating jobs. And Emmanuel Macron thanking Nasser Al-Khelaifi, the president of Paris Saint-Germain, for never giving up on the team despite difficult results at times, and also despite criticism in the media targeting Qatar. One last word, Qatar wanted to buy the Parc des Princes, the stadium, but it's a landmark, protected. The town hall, the Mairie de Paris doesn't want to sell it. So Qatar, furious, will build a stadium, presumably outside of Paris. Also the sign that French politicians don't always give in to Qatar.
All right, Clovis, thank you for that, France 24.